This next class is a suspension training class. I want you guys to grab your suspension trainers and train along to the program. Biceps curls for this next exercise, guys. You can see two different variations. So Sam's got a straight plank line body from shoulder to ankle, which is the basic way of doing this exercise. To amplify the exercise, you can do it from the invisible chair. So you can see myself doing that one. What I want you guys to be conscious of is make sure your elbows are stationary and in front of your body during the exercise. Let's get you guys to try this one. We're working some biceps clutches for this exercise. You can see two different variations. Variation 1, your body remains stiff planked, the way Sabina's doing it. Variation 2, which is the harder variation, is to do it from the invisible chair, so you can see me doing it that way. If you're doing it through the invisible chair, make sure you sustain your height, so don't go up and down. And make sure your elbows are at 90 degrees, so they need to be at shoulder height. Let's get you guys to try this one. Hammer press for this exercise. So start off with a straight plank line body from your ankle to your shoulder. Press with your elbows tucked in by your side, so you can see my hands are getting to my ribs for this particular exercise. Your suspension strap should finish at your neck at the top of the press so that it doesn't tamper with your shoulders. Let's get you guys to try this exercise. Triceps extension for this exercise, guys. You can see two different variations. So Sabina's just leaning forward in a comfortable suspended position. You can see I'm right on the ball of my foot, so I'm pressing really hard on that. And what that does is that increases the weight load. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, do it the way I'm doing it. Now, make sure your elbows are tucked in and they remain stationary and in front of you throughout this exercise. Let's get you to try it. Overhead triceps extension for this exercise. You can see two different variations. So you can see variation 1, Sabina is putting a pull down in there, so she actually gets a rest after every extension. Variation 2 is the way I'm doing it. So you can see I'm actually finishing in an abs rollout pose, so there's no rest at all. The pressure just changes from your triceps to your abs. Protect your shoulders by ensuring you don't overextend them either. Let's get you guys to try this exercise. Okay guys, I'm going to work 2 triceps extensions for this exercise. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to go into a classic triceps extension, so just like that. So making sure my elbows are staying in front of me, glued to my ribs. And then when I finish it off, I'm going to go into an abs rollout, and from here I'm going to go overheads. Okay, overhead tricep extensions, and then back here. So if I start to put them together, it's going to look like this. Like that. So a couple of things to watch out for. Make sure you're keeping a straight line from your shoulder all the way to your ankle when you're throwing the extensions out, and make sure you've got your elbows tucked in by your side the whole time. Your turn. Okay, we're going to work some hammer grip triceps extensions for this one, guys. So I'm going to go palm to palm in that hammer grip. And then from here, I'm just going to drop into my triceps extension and squeeze back out. Now I want to make sure my elbows are glued to my ribs the whole time. And I want to make sure I keep a nice straight plank body. Just like that. Full range of movement. Steady, controlled, and like I said, elbows tucked right in. Let's get you guys to try it. Okay guys, here's a hard one. We're going to work some dips for this one. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go feet together, knees squeezing together, and then I'm just going to drop back into my dips position from here. So just dropping straight down and picking it back up. So it's an assisted dip so that you can get some assistance from your legs to help you out. Now, it's fairly hard to stabilize just because you're on loose cables, but let's have a go at it. You guys will be right. Okay guys, we're working some single arm clutches for this one. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to set myself up just by drawing a line with my feet. Now I want to make sure I keep my body nice and straight as well, okay? And I'm going to drop it out. From here, it's a biceps curl to the side. So it's just a biceps clutch, okay, but it's with one arm. So what I want to try and do, I want to try and maintain that straight line from my shoulder all the way to the anchor point the whole time, okay? So squeezing out, keeping my elbows out as I push it through, and straight back there. We're going to do 60 seconds on one side, and then we're going to switch it over, and we're going to hit 60 seconds on the other side as well. Your turn. and switch sides. We're going to hit the other side. Let's go. We're going to work some reverse flies for this one, guys. So I'm going to go feet together and I'm going to suspend myself. Now I want to make sure I've got soft straight arms. So I want a straight line from my shoulder all the way to the anchor point, and I want another straight line from my shoulder all the way to my ankle. So this is my starting position right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out, okay, squeeze those shoulder blades together and finish right here. You can see as I extend out, I try and make a perfect T. And releasing it slowly, just like that. Okay, a couple of things to watch out for. Just make sure you're protecting your wrist. So what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to do this. It's got to be like that, protected wrist the whole time. Okay, and the other thing is, don't allow your bum to drop out. So you want to make sure you're maintaining your line throughout your exercise. Let's get you guys to try this one. Okay guys, we're going to work some bent over triceps extension or breaching triceps extensions if you like. We're going to do a little bit different. So what you're used to is you're used to dropping back from here and pushing straight up, right? What we're going to do, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go reverse grip. So we're going to do it this way around. So we're going to take the focus off the long tricep and medial triceps, and we're going to basically put it on our lateral triceps, which is the outside area of the horseshoe. Okay? So we're going to do it that way. So from here, I'm going to drop down, fold over, squeeze, and return it, just like that, okay? Now, important thing is make sure your elbows are glued to your wrists, to your ribs the whole time, and then make sure the wrists don't bend. You want to try and keep that straight. Okay, one more demo. Just like that. Your turn. Okay guys, this one's called a breaching triceps extension. And the reason it's called that is because of the breach. Watch me. So as I drop, I'm actually folding over. So that's when I'm breaching form, right? And I'm gonna pull right through back into a straight line, just like that. Okay, so I've got to make sure I'm shifting my weight to my heels, just like that, and pushing right through. Now the elbows don't leave my ribs. They've got to stay glued in there the whole time, okay? Let's get you guys to have a go at this one. Okay guys, let's get into this one. So you can see my elbows are glued to the sides, glued to my ribs, so I'm not allowing them to move. And I'm gonna just breach by dropping my bum back and pulling right through back into a straight line. So as I pull through, I'm gonna squeeze out with my chest, just like that. Kind of feels like doing dips. Got about 15 seconds left, let's keep going. Two more reps. Last one. And you're done. Okay guys, we're going to combine two exercises into one for this one. So what we'll do from here, we're going to go into a reverse fly. So from here, straight into a reverse fly, and then on my way back, I'm going to turn it into a bicep clutch. You can see my elbows are staying nice and high. Out there, and switching to my bicep clutch right there. Your turn. Okay, let's get into it. So you guys can see when Marilyn's hitting the reverse flies, her arms are staying soft, straight, and she's finishing at a T. And then when she's working her way back into the biceps clutch, the elbows are nice and high. They're as high as her shoulder, so you can see a nice straight line there. Perfect. That's how you want to keep it. Nice steady pace all the way through. These are really, really good sets. Now, the other thing you want to watch out for is you want to make sure you're holding a nice straight line with your body. So Marilyn's got her core engaged the whole time. As she's pulling forward, she's shifting to the ball of her foot. That's what you want to do as well. Let's go for one more rep, Marilyn. And you're done. Okay guys, a nice biceps isolation for this one. I want you guys to watch me. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to go into a biceps curl. And then as I finish up, I'm going to go hands together and go into a biceps clutch. Now I'm going to try and make it nice and smooth. Watch. So just moving from one exercise straight into the other one. Your turn. Let's go. Okay, a couple of really important notes with this particular exercise. You can see Marilyn's elbows are stationary, they're not moving. She's keeping it right in front of her as she's hitting those bicep curls. These are perfect. The other thing to note is when she's hitting the biceps clutch, she's going into a perfect T, which means she's keeping her elbows nice and high. Another point is there's no breach in the body, so she's keeping a straight line from her ankle all the way to her shoulder throughout the whole exercise. So you want to maintain that, keep your core engaged the whole time. Let's keep working. We've got about 15 seconds left on this one. Controlled breathing, so you're exhaling as you're pulling in, you're inhaling as you're resetting. Let's go for one more rep, Marilyn. Now finish it off with your clutch, and we're done. Good job. Two-in-one exercise for this one, guys. So we're going to go into a chest press, and we're going to follow it up with some classic tricep extensions. So a wide chest press just like this, straight out, And just over the shoulder, I'm just going to go into a basic tricep extension right there. And straight into it again. So no rest in between. We can keep this one rolling along. Your turn. Okay, let's get into them. Go. Excellent. So you guys can see nice wide elbows while Marilyn's hitting those presses, and then the elbows come back in. They're tucked right in when she's doing those tricep extensions. Perfect. So the tricep extensions are actually the more difficult of the two exercises here. Let's keep working. You can see she's pushing perpendicular against her body, so it's actually 90 degrees, which is spot on. That's how you want to do it. Now, to make the exercise harder, step back. To make the exercise easier, step forward. The triceps might start to get the better of you after a little while. So rather than stopping, all you do is slide forward slightly and then keep it going. 2 more reps. Last one. And you're done. Good job. Okay guys, here's a tough one coming up. Let's set up first. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to get myself set so that so I can extend out with both legs just like that. And what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to crouch down and do a light push up with it. And straight back out into that extended position. One more. So crouch down and extend back out. Your turn. Okay guys, let's get into it. Good, so you guys can see Adriana's crouching right down. And then when you're extending out, you're extending the arms and the legs. So we're gonna hit everything at the same time. Perfect. Good. Let's keep them going. Now you might start to really sort of suffer in the shoulders with this one, and you'll probably end up just shortening your push-ups. I want to try and keep it as full range as you can, but if you have to shorten it just to make ends meet, it's okay. Do what you've got to do. Let's keep it going. We've got 10 more seconds on this side, and then we're going to take a 5-second break, and we're going to change legs over, okay? We're going to go over to the other leg. Give me one more rep after this, Adriana. Excellent. Let's change over now. Okay guys, we've switched over to the other side now, so you're using your other leg. We're going to keep it going. Now we want to crouch right down, pull this knee through, perfect. Extend all the way out, that's it. So getting into a full crouch, so into a tight box if you like, and then we're going to extend right out both ends of it, so you want to go the full distance with that one. Okay, let's keep them going. We've got around 15 seconds left on this one. Good, you guys can see Adriana's starting to struggle a little bit. You guys will too. Let's keep it going. We're nearly there. We've got 2 more reps. Okay, give me one last one. And we're done. All right, for this section, let's connect our suspension cables to a high anchor point. Now, we need to make sure that your handles are at hip height for the next bunch of exercises. Dual triceps extensions for this exercise, guys. So we're going to stand with our feet together and then drop to one side at a time. Now, you've got to make sure you keep your elbows nice and stationary. And we're just going to alternate between left and right. Let's get you guys to try this one. Alright guys, we're going to work a dip and a front leg lunge at the same time for this next exercise. Now, again, you've got to make sure your cables are vertical, so just a vertical drop, and your back leg doesn't touch the floor. It's a more advanced method of doing this exercise. Let's get you guys to try it. Alright guys, change legs and let's try the other side now. A nice difficult exercise, guys. We're going to work a pistol squat and some biceps curls at the same time. So you want to make sure you're starting with a vertical cable drop for this one to increase the difficulty of the exercise. You want to make sure your elbows are staying stationary and in front of you for those bicep curls. So try no movement in the elbows if you can. We're going to hit one side and then we're going to switch it up, hit the other side as well. Your turn. Alright guys, change legs and let's try the other side now. Alright, we're going to work a scorpion press for this exercise. Now, you want to push back until you have minimum 45 degrees inversion. If you can go a little bit more, it's even better because it emphasizes more on the shoulder press and less on the chest press. Your turn to try it.